Good morning, everyone. We're on the way to the clinic. We got some semaglutide calls coming in. My daughter has her Thanksgiving performance, so we go into that. But I just wanted to tap in with everyone. I am hosting another webinar. I know I haven't done one in a while, but I thought it was really important to teach you guys how to get some leads during this Black Friday. Black Friday is super important because, one, it's going to increase your revenue for Q4. When I look at business, it's the way the business is structured. Q1 is all about getting new clientele. Q2 is about nurturing the ones that you have, and then Q3, acquisition again. So Q1, acquisition. Q2, we nurture. We make sure that the people that get, booked with us are happy. We're making sure that those clients are staying. And then Q3, acquisition again. And then Q4, you should be chilling. Again, this is why it's important, because it's going to set you up for a good Q1. Q1 is usually when revenue is the highest. And the higher you can get your Q1 revenue, the more likely you're able to chill in December, which is yes. December is always very finicky for me because seasonal depression is around. So if I'm seasonally depressed, more than likely my clients or my potential clients are too. People are buying gifts. They're not buying stuff for themselves. So the behavior of money is also changing in Q4. So you guys got to think about that in terms of how you're running your business and how the behavior of people and money are changing. So make sure that you are understanding highs and lows, different seasons, different behaviors, because it really does matter. So comment coins, join me tomorrow. We're going to be talking about that specifically. I'm going to be talking about the behavior of people and money around Black Friday, because it really will, even if they don't convert. So listen, if they become a lead during Black Friday, and let's say they're oh, I got to buy gifts still, I don't got the money, you can convert them into a paying client in Q1 during January. But get the lead now. Get the lead now. Get them to opt in now. So that's my goal, is to help you guys gain leads. Now, conversion happens at different rates and spaces, but eventually they convert if you use social media correctly. So comment coins, join me tomorrow. And I think for me, the goal is for you guys to understand quarters. Quarter one of business, acquisition, we're getting new clients. You can't always be on I need more clients. You have clients. You need to take care of them. That's Q2, where it's client retention. We're focusing on retention. Q3, boom, acquisition again, getting more leads, getting more clientele. I'm not saying don't try to get more clientele, but the focus has to change. You can't do both all year long, or you will be burnt out. Have a system put together to ensure your mental health is what is this person saying? Good morning, I just wanted to confirm. Okay. Anyways, we will answer that later. So how have you guys been running your business? How has business been for you? Drop some questions below. If you have them specific for your business, let me know. I'll try to answer some right now while I'm trying to get to work. Because I'm going to tell you right now, everybody tapped into that poll and they said their business is slow or their content isn't working. Listen, if your content was working a year ago, maybe the people that are watching your content now are just sick of the same stuff you're posting. That is why it's always important to have different pillars when you're using content. You cannot just create content and post it without having a strategic plan. That's just like Nike spending $2 million or $4 million on a Super Bowl ad with no plan. This is free, and we have the capacity to grow our business through social media, but you still got to have a plan, right? So you want to reach new people. Okay. So if you're trying to create content, like to just create awareness, the best way to do that is going to be through entertainment reels. Funny, relatable entertainment reels. Those usually tend to go viral faster because they're trending and they're funny. Make it about your business. Like there's a sound, that goes around and it's like, ow, is that what I do to people? So like, my girl Coochie Queen over here, she waxes. So it's like, pretend like you're waxing your own thing and be like, ow, is that what I do to people? It's funny, it's relatable. And the likelihood of people seeing it or liking it because it's funny, that's a higher rate of conversion in terms of watchers into followers, right? When you guys are doing your social proof, that's another way to gain more clients. Not necessarily, might not go too viral in that way, but again, if your goal is to create conversion from follower from follower into paying client, social proof is a great way to do that. So those are things that I'm going to be discussing tomorrow night at my webinar. Come through, comment coins. Yeah, and it's, I feel like the entertainment reels are really good because then people get to see who you are. Like, you can't just be posting like, book with me. You don't want to be like a used car, like it's pushy, it's salesy, like, and people will become aware of what you do when they follow you. You post it enough, but don't be overly like, buy my thing or book with me right now. Like, it doesn't got to be like that all the time. You have to switch up the content because every different type of content has a different conversion plan, right? So if you're doing social proof, for me, when I do social proof, that's number one, it's establishing trust because they know I know what the fuck I'm doing, right? Number two, it creates FOMO. So you're triggering a sales psychology of FOMO where it's like, oh, she did it. Like, look at her results. You could get the same results. So it's like, I want that. That's why I always tell you guys, like, when you're writing your caption, it needs to be about the problem that you solved. Like, when you're doing a before and after picture, don't talk about your client. Like, I love my client. You got one line to sell your service. Don't use that one line talking about your client. Talk about the problem that you solved. Because if we are a service-based business, we're solving problems. We're creating convenience and we're solving problems. So if you do lip blush, client presented with hyperpigmentation around X, Y, and Z, I was able to help her by doing X, Y, and Z. Now, people that have hyperpigmentation, that have that, insecurity that you could help them with, will be like, oh my gosh, she can help me. She did it for this client. So that is a form of social proof. You can't just continue to post and post and post with no metrics of measurement for success. Because it really doesn't matter how many likes you get or how many followers you have. There's people with 1 million followers that don't got 2 nickels to rub together because they don't know how to utilize their platform. But if I have mentees that have less than 1,000 followers that are booked and busy, that have students because they know how to create trust, how to build a brand. So these are all important facets when you're using social media to grow your business. And don't think like you got to know it all right away. You got to learn. You just got to be willing to learn, willing to execute. And like, some people are deathly afraid of social media. I get it. Like, if y'all do not like social media, just say me. Comment me in the comments, so in the chat, so that people can see they're not alone. Everybody, no, there's a majority of people that do not like using social media to grow their business. They just don't, because they're shy, or my throat is so fucking dry. I sound like a damn frog. I thought, for me, On some real shit, what you lack in money, you better make up in creativity. That's just the truth. If you do not have money for ad spend, or you do not do ads, you got to get on this social media platform to grow your business by any means necessary. And don't disregard your resilience. If you have been a person that struggled your whole life, but for some reason you made it out, it always became okay, you're going to be fine. This business is going to be fine, but you got to be willing to do the work. So whatever you lack in money, you better make up in creativity. Now, if you could just overcome that fear, heal from whatever it is that's stopping you from showing up for yourself and for your business, now you could do both. You could get paid ads, and you could get organic leads for free. Now you got double the amount of leads coming in for your business. I have a hella raspy voice. I just hear the raspiness. Cute. I have a raspy voice to begin with, but my throat was dry. I was like, So, yes, be intentional. While you're trying your best to be consistent, I would be more intentional than consistent. You're going to see it all the time on social media. Be consistent, be consistent, be consistent. Yes. But consistency without a plan is counterproductive. You're just going to get burnt out posting consistently with no measure of success, because then you're going to be like, I've been posting and nothing is happening, I'm not getting clients. Well, what kind of content are you posting? Be intentional. I'd rather, instead of posting 3 times a day, I would rather my mentees post one intentional piece of content. And the thing is, like, you don't even have to. You have one subject, right? Like, let's say I'm talking about weight loss today. And I pick one subject about weight loss. I could take that same topic, make a reel about it, make a funny reel about it, so that falls under entertainment. I could take that same topic, make a carousel about GLP-1s and the benefits of it, how it decreases a lot of weight-related illnesses. Just by starting this weight loss journey, you decrease your, cardiovascular risk by 20%. Make a carousel about it. Now that's educational. Then I'm going to post maybe another reel about some results of my patients. And now that is inspirational, but also social proof. Then I'm going to repost it on my story. So now you guys think that you have to have all these different types of content. I just took one topic that I want, and then I'm going to go live about it. Let's talk about it on a live. Stop overthinking this situation. The very first thing you need to do when it comes to social media is just show up. Show up as yourself. The people that are triggered by you are not supposed to be in your space. And yes, thank you. Don't come here. We don't want it. I only like people that like me. And that's the best way to do it. That's the best way to grow a business, is only speak to the people you are trying to help. Not everybody is going to receive you, and that is okay. You're not for me, and I'm not for you. Go find someone else, right? But when you post content, the people that are meant to be in your space will be there. And that's all you need. Every day, just ask God, please bring divine appointments to me for people that I meant to help, for the people that I meant to serve. Every day, ask for that. So that when only 4 people like your reel, be happy, because God said only 4 people were meant to see that today. Be so divine in your energy. When you're growing your business, and if you are on some like fear, anger, sadness, shame, guilt, the guilt of not showing up for social media for your business is killing your business. It is one of the lowest frequencies you could possibly be on. But now your business is on some guilt frequency. Oh, I could be doing more. I should be doing more. Well, you can only do what you can do with what you know until you know more. So get to knowing more. Get to knowing more. We are in the digital space. You have your phones. You can look shit up. What you lack in money, you gotta make up in creativity. That goes for education too. If you don't have the money to get a mentor that's gonna tell you what the fuck to do, because my mentees, I'd be like, this is the plan. Do it, execute, execute, execute. I'll just give them the framework. Here it is. And they do it. And they get the results. But if you don't have the money to invest in a mentor, you gotta find it through creativity. Use ChatGPT. Go do some research. Learn sales psychology on your own. What you lack in money, make up in creativity. Get creative about yourself. Get creative about growing your business. But by all means necessary, show up. Show up. That's all you got to do. Right? I get it. When you're over, and it is a reflection. So just think about it like this. When you're overwhelmed and you're overstimulated, that is when I go and look for old content that already went viral. Because my mental health comes first. So when you go look at my profile after this live, nobody knows what color my motherfucking hair is unless they come into my webinar or they're watching my lives. Because I will post some shit from 2 years ago if I'm tapped. I don't have the capacity today to pour into that sector of my business. I'm not above reposting some shit. I'm just not. Because I get new followers all the time. So the likelihood of them seeing what I did 2 years ago, if it's still content that serves the people I meant to help, I'm reposting that shit. You got to get over that, oh, I already posted this. What if people think like who gives a shit what people think? Stop running your business on the opinions of others or what you think other people are thinking. They probably not even thinking that. Like, repost it. Don't be above reposting something that already did well when you are tapped. And yes, we all hit those creative blocks. We are artists. There's moments where we're like, I don't know, I really don't. That's when I get to talking about like that. I will literally go on a live or I will make a piece of content surrounding my creative block. Or go on your story. Anybody else, do a poll. I'm going through a creative slump right now. Anybody feel me on that? Is it in the water, in the air? Tap into this story. Build a community around the things that you're struggling with, and people will just naturally feel connected to you. You don't have to hide the creative block. Talk about it. It will also help you sort out the creative block. When you're talking about it like to other people, right? And you're just like, I don't know what's going on. More than likely, it's your personal life is causing the creative block. Whether it's like, the overstimulation of, we play so many roles as business owners, not just within our business, but we're parents, we're moms, we're dads, we're like sisters, we're cousins, we're, mentor. We play so many roles, and it's like we have to understand that it's okay to be overstimulated. Don't look at it like it's a negative thing, so the next time you feel overwhelmed or the next time you feel anything, guys, I want you to start the sentence with, of course I am. For example, of course I'm overwhelmed. I own a business. I'm a solo entrepreneur. I'm a parent, and I feel overwhelmed. Of course I am. Or of course I'm frustrated. I'm new at this and I've never done this before. Of course this is hard because I'm new at doing brows. Of course this is difficult. I'm the first one in my family to own a business. When you start your emotions with of course, You give yourself the grace and the space to be normal, to be human. And we are all human in our emotions. So the next time you go to say something about yourself, I want you to start that sentence with, of course. Of course, this is hard. Of course, I feel overwhelmed. Of course, I feel lost. I'm by myself trying to run a business. Maybe I need to go get a mentor. So this is the framework that I do for the way I speak to myself, because our words carry so much power. And I think growing up, we really didn't know that. Like, we didn't hear that enough. All we heard was, be careful for what you say. And it's like, okay. But now it's like, if somebody were to tell me, Jackie, your words hold a lot of power and your thoughts hold a lot of power, be mindful of how you use them, I would have never used that shit against myself. I would have never sat there and been like, I'm not worthy, my life, I don't know about this life, I don't know if I could go on. Like, I would not say shit like that. You get me? So this is the framework that I do when I'm in my feelings, and it helps me vibe higher. Okay, number one, whenever I'm feeling something like I'm exhausted, I always start with, of course I'm exhausted. I worked an 8-hour day today. I ran 2 different businesses, and I helped a lot of my mentees. Boom. I just showed myself grace, okay, by starting that sentence with, of course. Then I don't stop right there. I don't just speak problems into my space and into the universe. I always end it with a solution. So at the end of that, I'm going to say, but I'm going to go take a bubble bath, drink some tea, and go to sleep. Solution. I'm not just like, I'm exhausted. Like, that's not the energy you want in your space. So the framework is, give yourself grace. Of course, I am exhausted. Say why you're exhausted. Remind yourself why you're exhausted. And then at the end of it, give yourself a solution. That is how you're going to maintain a good frequency for yourself and for your business. Show yourself grace, show yourself patience. Acknowledge that there are hardships in front of you. Then find a solution and speak it into your space as well. We're not ending sentences with just problems, because now we're just complaining. Be proactive in your blessings. Everybody wants to be blessed. I want to be blessed every day. I want to be blessed. Blessings. Let's just talk about blessings versus miracles, because I think people are very much confused about the two. Blessings require your participation. So when you're praying to God, God, please make my business successful, like da 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 da. You're praying, and you're not doing anything proactive for your prayer. You want that blessing? Be proactive and participate in your prayers. Do something. Now, if you're praying for a miracle, miracles just happen just because. Divine timing, God blessed you. It's a miracle. Didn't require any participation. It just happened. See, this is the difference between a blessing and a miracle. So when people go to pray to God for whatever it is that they feel that they need in that current time, they get upset. Then they lose faith, because they're like, dear God, I prayed for strength and you made everything around me harder. Why would you make everything harder when I prayed for strength and peace? Because God is not Amazon. He's not going to deliver strength to your front door because you prayed for it. He's going to give you situations for you to participate in your prayer so that you can show up for yourself and prove how strong you are. That's how that works. So when you pray for things, dear God, please, I just want peace in my life. Please, I just want to live a peaceful life. That's the prayer. The next day, your boss is an asshole. The next day, you find out your significant other is cheating, or your friend backstabbed you. Are you going to participate in your prayer for peace and choose yourself? Or are you going to accept that these people probably are not going to contribute to the peace that you just prayed for? That job, that shitty boss, that person is not going to contribute to the peace that you prayed to God for. God showed you like this situation is not going to contribute to your peace, are you going to participate in the prayer that you just asked me for? Or are you going to find a new job that is going to serve your peace? That's what it looks like when people pray. Don't think that God's just going to bestow this peace in your space because you prayed for it. Absolutely not. What he's going to do is he's going to give you the opportunity to choose yourself, to choose your peace. But every day, people will choose a familiar hell over an unfamiliar heaven. That's how they do. Because they would rather choose the familiarness of the chaos, especially if we grew up in chaos. You guys grew up in chaos. This is familiar. You wouldn't even know what to do with yourself. Peace, what the fuck is... You're going to accidentally self-sabotage and fuck shit up. Because what is this? Peace? This is uncomfortable. And then you're in the space where you're waiting for the shoe to drop. Like, nope, too good to be true. This is uncomfortable. You guys got to start that healing journey in the same way that you're trying to grow this business. Because I promise you, there's a direct correlation with your ability to get to a successful business in the same way that you love yourself. The version of you that's going to get you to your goals and your dreams faster is the version of you that actually believes you deserve it and you are worth it. And until you can look in the mirror, and it's not every, for me, it's a mindset. Like, it took a long time for me to get to a space where I could look in front of the mirror and be like, you are enough. And even right now, like, I could still cry. So today, after you watch this live, man or woman, don't matter who you are, I want everybody in here to go in front of the mirror and just try to tell themselves, I am enough. I am enough. And every day, get into the habit of looking in that mirror while you're brushing your teeth. After you're done, take a deep breath and just say, I am enough. No matter what happens today, I am enough. I am enough. Every day, say it to yourself. Because I promise you, you'll probably ugly cry, snot running down your nose and everything, for the first few times that you have to look in front of the mirror and look at yourself and say you are enough, because a lot of us don't believe that. But you are enough. You are doing enough. You are doing great. And if you feel like you could do better every day. Stop expecting that this shit is going to be like miraculously like what you want it to be. You are not going to be who you want to be until you start unlearning the shit that does not serve you anymore. People think that it's like, I got to learn more to be better. Majority of the time, it's the shit that you got to unlearn to be better. Because the things that we have to unlearn is related to trauma that we experience. So those belief systems we created when we were kids, when we were teenagers, they're not serving us in this chapter. They're not. Like, if you grew up rough and tough and you had to fight majority of your life because of where you lived, I promise you, punching people is not going to benefit you in the growth of your business. If you're used to blocking people because you don't know how to have a conversation, you don't trust yourself to not get angry, it's not going to benefit you in the growth of your business. This is why I always tell people that if you want to do it right, take the opportunity to heal as much as you hustle. Your business will show you everything in real time that you need to work on. Everything. But put that mirror to your face and every day be accountable. You're worth it. You are worthy of everything you are willing to work hard for. And if at the very least, there's one thing I tell myself every day. Every day. Like when people are like, I don't got that right now. I can't invest. Like, stop saying that shit. Because every day there is a crackhead. Crackheads get crack every day. They don't have the money. They don't know how they're going to get it. But they are going to get that fix. And one thing about me is I'm not getting fucking out hustled by a crackhead. No day in my life am I going to get out hustled by a crackhead. So the next time you tell yourself, I can't get that. I need that to grow my business, but I can't get that. Why? Find it. Everybody that is a service-based business has a 6-figure skill set. You have a skill set, but you don't have a 6-figure business because you got to do whatever it is that you got to do. So let's say your car radiator breaks down. You have a skill, right? You have a skill. I will go in my phone. If it's $500 to fix your radiator and you need that shit fixed, you have a skill. You don't have to wait 2 weeks for a paycheck. You can literally get on your phone, get on social media. I have a special going on. 2 people for $250 for a pair of brows. Who wants them? The appointment has to be this week though. Do I think you guys have the ability to sell a $250 ombre brow? Absolutely. But instead of being in your feelings, stop living there. There ain't no money there. There's nothing there. You got to own your feelings, but at the same time, get to work. Get to work. Do I think you guys have the capacity to do that? Do I think that you guys have the skill to do it? Yes, but do you have the mindset to execute? No, because people got this fear of being rejected. I don't want to get told no. Fuck. I get told no every day. Yes, it was uncomfortable at first. The fear of being rejected, the fear of not being accepted. You got to heal the fear of being judged, the fear of not feeling like I'm not enough. Those are all things that you need to heal from so that you can start your business. The moment that you can get good at being okay, being ghosted, being told no, you're going to be able to show up in the craziest way for yourself and your business. Because then you're not second guessing anything. They just did it. You don't make it about you. You make it about you so fast. Like, oh, maybe they don't like my work. Maybe. We don't know. Why are you worried about it? They could just not have the money, or they could have forgot that they even DM'd you. There's so many factors to why you got ghosted, but you're like worried about this one person. Like, no. And then you're beating yourself up over it. Oh God, no. That's not how we're running businesses. Be mindful of the energy that you're creating, the frequency that you have when you're thinking about your business, because it truly does matter. Truly, it does. And if you are constantly on shame and guilt and fear and anger, those are the lowest vibrations that you could ever be on. And now you attach that same frequency for your business. And then you expect it to grow. How? When you forgot the joy and the love, the reason why you did it in the first place. If you can continue to be on joy and love, I just want to help the people that I want to help. I want to help people feel great about their brows. I just want to help people with their weight loss. Dear God, just every day, bring the people to me that I am supposed to impact. That's it. Say a prayer and He will bring them. And if nobody comes today, maybe there was no one that you were meant to help. Be okay with that. But that doesn't mean that you just sit on your laurels and do nothing. Grow that business. Go on Canva. Run an ad. Do something. Make some kits. Make some aftercare kits. There's so many ways that you can pour into your business. It's not just you doing the actual service when you're doing your business. When you're making consent forms, when you're just in your own space, loving your space, being in your salon, even though you don't need to be there. That's how you pour into it. Right? Okay. Well, I gotta go, but I hope that helped. I will see you guys tomorrow. Comment coins if you want to join my free webinar. We're going to be talking about client retention. We're going to be talking about how we're getting leads for our business. Q4 energy that's going to set you up for a successful Q1. Okay? I hope that helped you guys this morning. I will see you guys soon.